We're going to start off, though, talking about Pep Guardiola. Have a listen to this. He spoke to the media yesterday and spoke about his previous Champions League campaigns with Man City.
It's going to happen, it's going to happen. So at the end, the destiny is already written, and we do our best of what they have done. We have been close, sometimes not, sometimes closer, and it was not an exception now. So this is my feeling. I leave that position. So I had the feeling what we have done, all of us, for many years, whatever happened, is going to fail. So whatever I'm doing personally with the future, what I've done in this past, I'm going to fail. Nothing will be enough.
So moody, isn't he?
Yeah, it's a bit babyish.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit petulant.
I see what he's doing. It's like tongue-in-cheek. He's obviously suggesting, and rightly so, by the way, that he's an unbelievable manager, which he is.
Yeah.
He's one of the greatest managers of all time.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
what he's done for football and changing the tactics and the philosophy of football, he's up there with the very best.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Right? So I understand why he's saying it, because in his eyes, he's probably already ticked all those boxes. Mm-hmm. But I do think he was brought into Man City to take them to the next level.
Which he's done.
I mean, in Europe. Which he hasn't done.
I get that. I know he's got to a final and they got beat by Chelsea, but I still think he's taken Manchester City to another level. Like the way that they play, he's won the Champions League, the Premier League 4 times. Look at how. Yeah,
but before he got there, they'd won it twice, Mancini and Pellegrini.
But he's now turning the Premier League into the Bundesliga. But where Bayern Munich are winning it every single year.
I know, but he's
turned it into League 1.
See, League what?
League 1.
I really believe that for Man City to be considered a European great, or any club, by the way, they have to win the biggest competition available to them in the Champions League.
I don't think they do. I get it. They will have to win it. Arsenal have to win it. But if you're talking about dining at the top table with the Manchester Uniteds and the Liverpools right now,
and Real and Barca,
yeah, Manchester City can do that.
They can at club level, at domestic level. I don't know if they can the European stage.
Okay, we'll put it this way:
they've not won the Champions League.
That, but dining at the top table, right? You're talking about when you're on this table. That means there's a certain player that you can attract. And there's only certain players that will go to your clubs.
Yeah.
Now, if the best player in the world, that might be Mbappe, might be whoever you want, Manchester City are dining at that very top table. Now, you can only look at Erling Haaland. Everyone on the planet knew he was leaving Dortmund, and he could pick Real Madrid. But wherever he wanted to go, he could go. He ended up going to Manchester City because they can dine at the top table.
Without a doubt, right? Without a doubt. But I still believe that for Man City to be considered a European giant, they need to win the biggie, right?
Oh, no, I still think they're a giant.
Okay, answer me this, right? So Pep Guardiola, who we both agree is an unbelievable manager.
Yeah. You know he's got the highest win percentage in Champions League history.
Right, apart from winning it, ironically.
But still.
Okay. But the last time he won the Champions League was 2011 with Barcelona, right? He won the Champions League, I'm going to say just twice, right, with Barcelona, with a team that had arguably the greatest 3 players of any generation.
Yeah, I hear that. Iniesta, Busquets and Xavi.
Right, okay. And Chuck Messi in there as well.
Yeah.
Right, now all those players, all of them, were playing in that Barcelona side before he arrived. So he inherited those players.
Yeah.
Now, if you inherit those players, right, it's pretty difficult to not get a tune out of them, isn't it? So I would expect... He went to Bayern Munich, okay, in a league where it's 2 at best teams going for the title, and didn't win the Champions League. And he's come to Man City, he's not won the Champions League. So the only place he's won the Champions League was where he inherited, arguably, 3 or 4 of the greatest players ever to play Spanish football, or even world football with Messi. Now, I'm taking nothing away from Messi.
But that can't, because even...
I'm taking... Sorry, from Pep. I'm taking nothing away, right?
That's like Zidane at Real Madrid. People talk about Zidane being one of the greatest managers out there. Look at what he inherited. A prime Ronaldo. Look at the team that he had.
I don't dispute that. But I think for Pep to be considered a great... He needs to win the Champions League at another club other than Barcelona.
Oh, no, I think he's a great regardless. That's like saying about Alex Ferguson should win it elsewhere.
No, but he was only at Man United, Sir Alex.
Yeah, but I still think for Pep, he still will go down as a great. And I mean, to say he can't dine at the top table.
I'm not saying he can't.
No, but Manchester City can dine at the top table because when a conversation comes up about Jude Bellingham, for instance, now there's only a certain amount of clubs he's willing to go to. Manchester City will be one of them.
And Man City, a European giant.
They haven't won the trophy, but they're still a European massive football club. Like they can still attract the Europe's best players. PSG again, I don't particularly like PSG. I don't know why, but I just don't. But when it comes to signing top players, they're in the discussion.
Let me take a quick call. We're going to take loads in just a sec. Gary's a Man City fan. Hello, Gary.
Hello there.
How are you?
You all right? Yeah, not bad. I'm just listening to what you're saying. He definitely does not have to win the Champions League to be considered a great. Definitely not.
Okay, I didn't say to be considered a great because I do consider him a great, but I just feel as though if he... Okay, why did Man City bring him in?
To win trophies, be successful.
I think to conquer Europe, to take him to the next level, right?
Yeah.
Well, if he doesn't do that, has he failed?
No.
So he was brought in, your words, he was brought in to win the Champions League, and if he leaves without winning it, he hasn't failed.
He was brought in to make City a further success, to take them, as we keep saying, to the next level. The football and the way we are playing is the next level.
Agreed.
So he is a success.
Okay. Is he one of the great managers?
I think his record speaks for himself.
Okay, so you're saying one of the great managers doesn't need to win the Champions League?
So every manager that's won the World Cup is a great
different.
manager.
That's different. It's every 4 years.
No, it's the same thing. But listen, Pep is
different.
What we're saying is,
that's different.
Yeah, but what you're saying is it goes on. It doesn't go on how good they are. It goes on the trophy that they won.
But your best chance of conquering Europe is going to be with him as manager, right?
100%.
Well,
100%.
I'm giving Pep 9.9 out of 10, right? But to get 10 out of 10, I think he needs to win the Champions League.
So I don't think he does because he's already done it. So he's already a 10.
But he won it. Thanks for your call, by the way,
but
Gary. He won it. Hold on, he won it 12 years ago.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
At a club with 3 or 4 of the great.
It does matter. No, it doesn't matter.
He's a chequebook manager. He spent over £1 billion and he's still not won it.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He's ticked off that. When he looks at his honours, it says Champions League winner twice.
Yeah, not Man City doesn't.
Yeah, but it's 10.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.